I know that for them, MAGA's about we're not putting up with this bullshit and like breaking all the laws, make money and all that. What it's really taught me, with teaching about anti-Tuskegee Airmen no more and taking down the plaque over there in the Netherlands, the blacks that fought World War II. What all this really taught me is the fact that it really matters. And that's why white people go over there and jump off the rocks and cliffs, get cliff diving into the river, lakes and stuff. And, guys will jump in the pools from high up, and jumping out of airplanes, parachuting, and all that. That's why. Because you're the shark. There's no shark but you. And so, if you're white, nothing really matters. Not saying that things don't matter. I'm saying things don't matter to you because they don't have to. And, unless it's another white person. I'm not talking about that. You're the shark. So you can just go about your whole world not believing in anything. Because it doesn't affect you. Or you think it doesn't affect you directly. And that's a lot of what I see, what I perceive is just white people that just they didn't get it. And they think they're hurting other people. I don't know. I'll never take this white man serious again. As long as I live, I will always understand that the world I want, the world we're fighting for, will never be the same as the world that they inhabit and are attempting to protect. Charlie Kirk had that shirt, freedom. I see guys put that up on posters and stuff, and it's like, yeah, it's freedom to hate. To me, what conservatism really is just the search to justify selfishness. I don't have to learn about your lifestyle. And for me as a black person, I say this opposite before, you always got to be concerned when you're in white spaces about what you're doing. I mean, we've seen it. White folks calling us black people for nothing. Over and over and over. The South Park Susan in Charlotte. I'm white. She walked with them black women for nothing. They didn't do anything to her. One of them, it was a house or something. That's how it is when you're black. When you're in white areas. You don't be doing anything wrong. You wind up in cuffs, sitting on the side on the curb there for the next 20 minutes. You didn't do anything. For them to lie. I saw a video of a guy holding up an F Trump hand for a black man. White lady approached him and tried to grab his camera. He pushed it down. Other white man got involved with it. And then the woman tried to say to the police that he stole her purse. And this is their game. So you have to always be mindful when you're in their areas of dangers. They don't do that with us. And that's why, going a little further here, when Trump got in office, y'all them go out there. They took down the Black Lives Matter Boulevard. Care nothing about that. That's why they go out there to these gay areas where they have the rainbow crosswalk and they burn their tires out. That's why. Because being white means you have to always search for a hill to die on. You gotta always go out here and as I get older, like horror movies aren't mentioned to me because I live in a horror film. I live in dystopia. So I don't have any need to really scare myself watching Saw or I Saw the Devil or the Exorcist. I don't have to watch this type of stuff because I'm living in a society with people who want to harm me and those who look like me out of cruelty and out of hate. And they're evincing evil intent through this government to do so. And that to me is I know they want to make it about law and order, but what the last year has taught me is not law and order. The last year has taught me is that law and order is a penalty on being poor. And if you're rich, you're white, you can do anything you want to do. And a whole lot of white folks will be okay with it. They are actually trying to justify pedophilia. When Megyn Kelly came out and said that they were 15, not 5, that for me is, we'll never see eye to eye. you are literally attempting to normalize pedophilia. You are literally attempting to normalize child sex trafficking. I knew we'd get to this point. I thought it'd take a little bit longer. We're here. Nothing's gonna happen though. North Korea will be fine. Because MAGA doesn't care about facts. It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to make sense. You know, it's all about hate and cruelty. It's not about facts. So to me, I will never take white people seriously again, because I understand that this is like this is what they are. Nothing really means anything. It doesn't. You have to get on climate change when it's affecting people in other countries. I had to learn that like so much of it is like we're at the end of the page, we're at the end of the book. It's like, so what if climate change is real? So what if Trump has sex with children? So what if? Crackers don't care. Talk about it before. Trump talking about how he was, Trump talked about how he killed a man on 3rd Avenue. He voted for that. He said, what did he say? He go up to a 12-year-old girl talking about, I'll be dating you in 10 years. Yeah. He voted for it. He said they were giving sex change in high schools for months. And you voted for it. I don't get it. What's another lie? Now you got your crackers all tuned up. Y'all all spun up before the war with Venezuela and New Zealand. Venezuela and Nigeria and Canada and Mexico. I thought he was the peace president. I thought he was trying to get Nobel Peace Prize. Damn. I don't think they give it who are trying to start another world war. I don't think it quite works like that, Chief. I don't think it works like that. Yeah, I don't think you get awards for that. I think you get hang at the Hague for that type of stuff. You know, to me, I'll never take white people seriously again, ever. I will never feel that we fight for the same values, ever. Never, ever, ever. No matter what happens with the midterms, no matter what happens with the occupant of the White House, never. Too many lines have been crossed, and it's so clear as to how they see us, how they see our children, how they view our ancestors that fought in their wars. My grandfather get malaria over there. I'm talking about him. You know, him having PTSD. I would ask, if he was alive, I'd ask him, what was it for? I mean, he said it when I used to always ask him about all this war stuff. And he always told me, like, as soon as he got out of the military, he got a good conduct medal. He's proud of that. And I never understood it, because I wanted to join the Rangers and Delta Force, jump out the chopper and shoot a brown man and all that. And it's like, I got way more in common with that little brown man than this white man in this country. Way more in common. That's a fact. Don't let these crackers fool you. Don't let these crackers fool you. They're way more in common with them than about this white man. Because they will always find ways to justify cruelty. That's what MAGA is. They will always find ways to justify cruelty. You see, I will never take a white man seriously again. Never. I'm embarrassed being American. I'm embarrassed what that flag represents. I'm embarrassed what this military represents. And it's shameful to know that I love and care about get killed because Trump wants to play a goddamn game and play fast and loose with the movies. And he kill innocent people. He crackers in this country. Whoa, I don't know. I mean, we're really at the point where they're normalizing pedophilia. We're really at the point where the man is threatening to have senators murdered. We're way beyond the bounds. And if he'll threaten those things here, then he'll do like Clinton did with the Lewinsky stuff. He'll go out and bomb an aspirin factory in the proverbial. He'll go out here and take some time over a military act. He's going to kill a bunch of innocent people. Maybe some of them would be bad, I don't know. But he'll do it because Trump doesn't care. He has no sense of justice. He has there's no sense of morality. There's no sense of, okay, that's too far. There's no sense of that. And him making those statements that he'll never go to heaven, watching that again, it's like, yeah, like, because this is all about revenge. Why would he go to heaven? He's in office for revenge. Why would he go to heaven for that? Why would I go to heaven? If I get a job, it's another reminder that he's not a president to help or to lift the country up. He's in the office for revenge against his enemies, against who aren't even in government anymore, people who don't want their lives. See, really, you know what it is? They moved on. Obama, Comey, they living their best life. Comey been writing books, writing fiction, but I guess it's pretty good. I don't know. I got one of his books, Loyalty, Wild Loyalty. Writing books, hikes and stuff. He's living his best life. Trump never moved on. That's what you're watching. Payback. See, in a way, Trump is still stuck in 2020. It's like Greyhound Day. He's still stuck in that moment of George Floyd. And so his thing is not to move beyond it. His thing is to go back to it. That's why I'm glad black people are staying out of these protests. Because this cracker just wants to hurt people. I want that on record. He wants to hurt people. He does not care who he is. And watching this stuff, these cases, Border Patrol pulling guns on people, that like the bystanders, they saw it crash, they hit somebody else, and just tackling people who wasn't doing nothing, no warning. This is not, none of this is just. That's why they're saying to don't follow unjust orders, because he's already doing it with Border Patrol. If I'm doing something with one son, what makes that one do with the other? I got one son robbing for me. What makes you think I would have the other son doing something bad too? Oh, cause he's white, cause he's over. No, if I'm doing that, that's what's in my mind. ICE lying all these different cases. He lied about hitting his car, and then lying and say they hit their car. Man, come on, man, get out of here. So you're really in a moment where you're in a dangerous moment for the American people. And I do feel that, Caucasians, they call us this, man. Hispanics as well, other groups, maybe some others. But they really voted themselves back in the neo-feudalism. They voted themselves back on the land. They did. He's trying to wreck the economy. I really believe this. His people are the only ones that come up. See, this is not, you have to understand something with Trump. It's not just like, I'm doing things differently. No, he's trying to wreck the system. I want to wreck the system so my people can come up and the folks that don't like can fall. This is not a president. This is an arsonist that's holding the office of the White House, or the president.